Hi everyone, it's me, Moonlight Guidance. I hope you are doing well. If not, I really hope I can help you. This is a reading for you if you are here, and I really, do hope that it helps you and gives you lots of clarity as well. So we're going to have a look, see what's coming through, what messages, information, clarity I can give to you. And if this ever resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe, and yeah, everything is always down below for your convenience as well. There is rituals, readings, intention items, thousands of 5-star reviews, so everything's always linked on shopmoonlightguidance.com and down below, so check it out if you're interested. Okay, so let's have a look and see. I feel like you've been betrayed, you've been backstabbed here by someone. You have felt so invalidated, so hurt. The Four of Pentacles here is showing that it's almost made you feel like you've taken a back step or a step back in your life. You've just felt really like it's made your life stagnant and it's not improved your life. It's not given you quality of life in life. It's really just created more problems, more obstacles, more challenges. It's created frustration, it's created pain. It's actually slowed things down, and that's the thing that I see here is you've been hurt so badly by someone that you literally just feel like, you know what, no, I don't want to put myself out there again. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to go out into the world. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It's almost like you see something so positive as sunshine as, no, I don't want to go out into that bright world out there. It's almost like the things that you found were so sweet in life, you see them as dark. And I think that it's really affected you emotionally and mentally because you associate a lot of things that you even liked before. You associate it with this person now that has invalidated you. There are certain things that you've got as an association, like certain places, certain foods, certain memories, certain objects, that because of the connection I feel you've had with this person, right? It's almost like that was their favorite thing or that was their to-do thing. And so now you think about that thing, whatever it is, and you think, oh my God, I don't want to think about that. It could even be a sport. And then you see it on TV and you're like, oh, I don't want to even watch that. Songs, it's like a trigger. And I feel like you're getting very, very heavily triggered by these things. One thing I will say, okay, is Moonlight Guidance, not the tarot, but Moonlight Guidance. I need to chime in here, which I don't do too often. I feel like the cards usually speak for themselves, but I want to chime in and I want to say, remember, not everything in life is owned by them. Okay, so I'm just going to give an example. If you used to go and watch a sport with them, they don't freaking own that sport. The hundreds of thousands of other people may be watching the same sport, the same match, the same fixture. Okay, that song, they don't own that song. Millions of other people are probably listening to that exact same song. So the association you have is it's like your thing or their thing. But that's your association towards a memory you've made. It's not actually that they own that particular song. It's not that it's theirs, right? It's one of those things where, listen, in certain circumstances, maybe they own the song, okay? It depends on who you know. But the thing here is that it's not just for them. It's just, even if, let's say, for example, let's, hypothetically speaking, they're a celebrity and they've actually sang that song, okay? And you associate it with that, but it's not just for their consumption, it's actually for consumption of people all around. So again, it's not just for them. I want you to know that these associations that you have in regards to triggers that you have in regards to these associations are not just made for them in this world. Okay, that tree that maybe you went and sat under with this person, if you did or not, just giving an example, that tree was not just made for you and them. That tree, okay, was probably planted years and years and years ago. It just was, so I think the main thing here is that you might associate an entire city with this memory and think to yourself, I never want to go there again. But it's because you're triggered. It's because of memories. That city, again, is not just made for you. It's one. I think you get my point now. I really do. I think the main thing here is don't be so harsh on yourself thinking that everything is about them, because then you are invalidating yourself. Do not invalidate yourself, okay? Make it about you. Be like, you know what, I had an amazing memory, in that city with them, but like the world is my oyster. This city has things that I love in it too. I think that's really important, okay, is try not to make everything about them, because then it's codependency and you don't want to get down to a path where every little thing reminds you of them and then you don't do it because you're emotionally triggered by it. That's not healthy at all. So the thing here is that you're becoming very, very sensitive, very, very emotional. You naturally are quite an empathic, sensitive, emotional person, but it's making it worse, I feel. Now, there's nothing wrong with it, first and foremost, but when it becomes an excess, it can start to become too much, right? Everything in moderation is fine, being empathic, being sensitive, being emotional, but when it becomes too much, it starts to sway the ship into the water, which toppling over, which you don't want, right? So I think the thing here is now it's about sort of honing back, healing, understanding the situation, that not everything is about them. Please comment it down below. Not everything is about them. It just isn't. That's not how the world works. The world is not just about one person. No matter how much that one person might think they are the rule of the world, it's not how the world is. There is no one owner of this world. It's life, okay? I don't know what else to say. So, lovers, okay? You may have had like a loving situation with this person romantically. They've obviously betrayed you. They've obviously hurt you. And I think that you somehow believe that they'll just move on, right? They'll move on. They'll be happy. They'll have their happily ever after. Seven of Cups shows a bit of like an illusion side, right? This is what you think in your mind. I don't want to invalidate you and I don't want to upset you, but sometimes you do create the perfect storm. And the perfect storm is categorized by sometimes thinking that whatever's in your head is definitely the reality. And I don't want to invalidate you, but truthfully speaking, just because you think that suddenly they're going to be able to move on doesn't actually mean that they have moved on and they're happy without you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that. It's your perception based on what you are feeling and what you've gone through and what you know now, right? But that doesn't mean that they've moved forward. You might see them be happy and living their life, but you have no idea what happens behind closed doors. Okay, so that's the thing here, is that this person's not going to get away with what they did, but your perception is that they'll just get away with it. But that's not true. Okay, that's not true at all in this situation. We've got here the King of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You will get your happiness. You will get your abundance. You will have a lifelong, beautiful, happy, healthy relationship. That is something that I see flourishing for you, coming together for you, where you will have that happiness and you will have that joy. Okay, but for this person, we have the Eight of Cups. They are going to be dealt some emotional challenges that they will have to learn from. They will have to get themselves together. They will have to work on themselves, figure themselves out. They will find themselves losing and dropping friends. People will not trust them. People will not want to be around them. People will not care about them. And with that comes a real sense of emotional frustration, emotional challenges, emotional difficulties, okay? And they will be forced to understand how their actions are making people feel. Because sometimes they don't think that their actions actually are doing anything, but they will realize that my actions are hurting others. My actions are creating problems, creating issues, creating stress. They will realize that their actions are not good, not okay, and quite frankly, hurting other people. And that's really what I am seeing here very, very strongly, is that they will realize that. So you might think that they're getting away with things, but they're not, because they will be dealt a lesson, but you will be dealt happiness. You will be dealt happiness. But for as long as you sit there and think to yourself, oh, they've done me wrong and everything is wrong and I hate this city and I hate this place and I hate this because it reminds me of how they did me wrong, you will never be able to move forward. You will never be able to have happiness. You have to change that mindset of making the world your oyster. Otherwise, you're literally saying, like, they ruined my life, but you're giving power to them. The minute you give them power, you completely diminish your own. Instead, say to yourself, I am powerful. I'm not going to let what they did to me self-sabotage my future, because then you let those emotions of the past self-sabotage your future, which is why healing is so important. Then you become codependent, right? And then you can't shift the fact that they're just living life. You have to accept that, okay, they're living however they want to, but justice will come, karma will come, okay? The universe will literally make them deal with things, okay, and have those lessons, but you've got to live your own life. You can't be living their life. You know what I mean? Life is for you to live. So, you know, if you're ever interested in the codependency ritual or the justice ritual to get good karma in this situation, you know, everything's always linked down below. There are personal services for things like, you know, love, money, career, black magic removal, protection ritual, healings, like I mentioned, duty, justice, home protection, etc. There's also as well bracelets, anklets, necklaces, pom-poms, tassels, candles, intention items, you know, which you can also put under your pillow, which have thousands of 5-star reviews. And there's also as well personal tarot readings with me if you ever wanted me to do a reading for you. So everything's always linked down below for your convenience. And I also have TikTok and Instagram. I post short readings on there every day. Moonlight.guidance on Instagram, Moonlight Guidance on TikTok, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.